Today we're talking all things Mariemont Warriors with AD Tom Nerl. Coach, good afternoon. It's usually good morning, but
It
today,
usually
good
is. We
afternoon.
had a few meetings this morning, so we're a little bit later today. But for people watching us, it's probably the same time, so it
Yes.
doesn't matter. But we got the weekend, the long weekend behind us. We got a Buckeye win in there. Good for the Mariemont grad working up there. And some exciting stuff going on. So it's good to be back after it. Hopefully the sun stays out all week, and maybe we sneak some baseballs and softballs out soon.
Did your son ask you for your ring size for that national championship ring heading your way?
No, I don't think so. And he's got small hands anyway. So yeah, he's got a ring from that 12-0 season when they weren't bowl eligible. And I don't even know if that gets on my pinky. So yeah, so he's got his ring now, and hopefully they get back in some gold pants again. They haven't had any of those for a while.
It is they've been excluding the gold pants here for a few years, so
Yeah.
they'll have to fix that. Let's Speaking of gold pants, let's talk Warriors. Let's give
Yep.
the fans an update on what's going on with Warrior sports here in the winter season. We'll start today with boys basketball, playing about 500 ball right now. It's been a
Yep.
really tough CHL season, very competitive, and I think it's going to bode well just like in soccer during the tournament run. I think the same thing is going to happen for basketball. But it looks like, let's see, three games this week.
Yeah, it's a busy week this week.
Yeah, let's talk boys basketball, coach.
Yeah, they got a nice win last week against Finneytown. We had a Sources of Strength night, another boy girl doubleheader. A big home crowd for the Warriors that night, and both teams saw big wins. But yeah, boys have been bouncing back and forth. We had a couple of them get off the hook that maybe should have went our way. Batavia comes to mind, and but it's going to be a big week this week. We had a long weekend. Not well, I shouldn't say we were off Friday. Came back Saturday, played South Spencer, Indiana, at the Hoosier Gym. So
Nice.
the scene of the movie, and they pretty
Did you
much the
make
way.
that trip, Tom?
I
Did you
did.
make
It was
the pretty
a lot
sweet?
of stuff, a lot of shots on our Twitter. Before the game, I was doing the clock, and fortunately, they have a modern clock there, which was good. But it's just like it was in the movie, just an old time gym, the double over and back line. So we got used to those real quick. But it's tight. I mean, you don't even have a full step outside of the 3-point arc in these games here. And so if you're on the sideline, if you're on the baseline at the sideline and shooting up a three, you're not taking a step. You got your feet set and you're down. If you scoot back, you're out of bounds. If you scoot in, it's a 2-point shot. But some really exciting games there. JVs back and forth all game, rallied back, lost literally on a buzzer beater. Kid put up a 3-pointer and sank it to do us in for the JV game. Varsity game, struggled shooting all game. A tough backdrop where the stage is, and there's nobody on it, but
Right.
just a deep backdrop, and we got used to it. Second half, I think we had 30-point quarters, what coach said. A great comeback in the fourth quarter. And the people up there are really nice, do a great job with it. Just playing in that. If you're a basketball junkie, then that's the place. They had the bus from the movie that was outside out front. Kids got up there on there and took a picture, but a
So
lot of
awesome.
pictures on the Twitter, but a good win. That was a good team. Indiana basketball is good basketball. They were up on us. I think at one point we were down 14, 15 points, came raring back. So the guys settled down, played well. It's going to be a tough week for them. They've got Taylor coming in tomorrow night. Taylor is they're back and forth with Indian Hill for the league. They're in the second spot right now. They're having a good season. Got them on tomorrow night on Tuesday for a triple header. Friday it's up to Madera. That's always a battle. We snuck away with one the first time, and Madera's improved, and we're improved too. So that's going to be a good ball game up there at Madera on Friday for a triple header. And then Saturday we have three here with Miami Valley Christian Academy. So I believe those are 11, those 11, 1, no, it's a 3 o'clock last start. So 12, 1:30, and 3, I believe, is
Okay.
what our times are for Saturday. And then next week we come back and I think well, it's not senior night yet, but it may be a light week next week. But we're getting close to the end
Yes.
with basketball. So hopefully a good run here, get a good draw. I know everything's a little bit wonky this year, having the seven divisions for basketball. So we'll see some different opponents and different draws and get a good draw. But the RPI is good and the team's playing well. Really good chemistry on this team.
Yeah, good luck to them. Hopefully they finish out these last couple of weeks strong before the draw and get ready for tournament time. Let's go over to the girls' side. Boy, they're having a season, aren't they?
Yeah,
Woo!
they've snuck up on a lot of people. I mean, what are they, 19 and 1? Does that sound right? They're
Yeah,
uh
I've got them as 16-1, but I don't know that all
yeah,
the
yeah,
names are in there.
16-1 and their that one loss is a league loss to Indian Hill, so what's it make us 10-1
Yeah,
in the league maybe. So yeah, the last time before we I guess since we spoke last time, they went to Indian Hill and jumped out to 17-0 lead. Just really and Indian Hill's a good team. I mean,
yes.
they're not where they are by luck. They're a good team. A lot of shots did not fall for them in the second half that did not fall for them in the first half that did in the second half. They whittled that lead down. They tied it up with about 30 seconds to go. It was back and forth down the stretch. They hit a bucket to go up by two with 6.5 seconds to go. Mariemont timeout. Coach draws it up. Miller Spring, I thought she'd pull up and pop the three for the game winner, but she drove the lane, hit it at the horn. We go overtime. We go on a run. We get the win. So a very exciting game on
Huge
a
road win.
other night. Oh yeah, and a huge crowd. Hats off to the Warrior Nation for coming out. Just a great crowd for the girls' game, even bigger crowd for the boys' game. But that's a big W for them, and so they've knocked off a couple wins before then, and so we come up to Wednesday night. Tonight they'll be at Seven Hills in a non-league game, but Wednesday night they go up to Madera. Madera is one of the hottest girls teams in the city right now. They knocked off Indian Hill on Saturday, hit a shot at the buzzer to send it into overtime, and then got the overtime win against the Braves. So the Braves are a little snake bitten there, but yeah, Wednesday night's going to be interesting because a Warrior win should seal the league for the Warriors. A Madera tie can make it a three-way tie for the league.
Wow.
So you give us three teams with two losses at the top. So
And then
um,
and then Saturday you travel to Wyoming, and
Saturday at Wyoming, yeah.
Wyoming will be tough.
So we got Wyoming. Yeah, Wyoming's gonna be tough, and then Deer Park's having a good season too. We have them coming in next Wednesday to wrap things up. That'll be a contest in itself. So just because we get past, if we get past Madera, doesn't mean things are done
Right.
and in the pocket. They're going to have to fight for two more games, but really kind of surprising. A really good bounce back year for the girls with what they've been having. Last year really a tough luck season, but a lot of seniors stepping in and contributing, just having a really good year. So they'll have a really good draw, and that girls' draw is coming up this Sunday. So it'll be interesting to see who they get and where they get to go.
Sounds exciting. So good luck to
Yes.
both boys and girls basketball as the regular season winds down and they get a good draw. Let's go to the smaller hardwood and talk bowling. But before we get into the teams, any update on the food at Matty Bowl yet, Coach?
No food at Matty Bowl. I was
Hmm.
they were quite hungry at the match last week, but no food yet. So I don't know. There's a lot of remodeling going on over there, a lot of upgrades.
I
They're
think it's a good sign.
It is. It is.
Yes.
It's good to have a healthy bowling house in your
Yes.
neighborhoods. But yeah, no food there. But boys are having a good season. They're 7-2, I think, in the league, with two games behind Reading, who's having an outstanding season on the lanes. So again, for them, they don't have a draw, but they'll be in the tournament, I believe, on the 11th, and we'll see what happens. So one more week of the season for them. They've got Clark at home this week. Hopefully, they can finish it out. A lot of young bowlers having good seasons. So they, on their side and the girls' side, girls' sides are struggling a little bit at 3 and 6, and their problem right then is a lot of teams just don't have full girl teams. So trying to get full matches in. They'll practice everything else, but they'll be in the tournament on the 12th. The boys did record a big win over Taylor at historic Western Bowl.
Yes, sir.
Um, I don't know if that was since we met last time or not, but always a good win
Well, that's
for
a
them.
big win.
Yeah, so there's some good things happening there, and just waiting to get them into the tournament.
Tom, isn't it exciting how much the boys bowling in the CHL has grown just in the last 2 or 3 years since we've been
Yeah.
doing the show? It's really fun, and I think the girls will get there. They just need a couple more years, and I think the girls will be where the boys are now.
Yeah, our the size of our girls team, we've struggled to field a full team. We were one of those teams and we would have three or four, and I think this year we have eight, so a team and a half, and it's getting there. You know, once they get the hang of it, get the girls out. You're right. We did have four teams, Indian Hill and Madera adding it this year.
Right?
It's good for the league, and it's fun. It's it's a lifetime sport. It's kind of like swimming.
Yeah.
It's kind of like tennis. You pick it up and you have it. Coaches do a really good job just getting the kids ingrained with the sport, and so just keep it up and keep building.
Yeah, I agree. Absolutely love it. Well, let's wrap up this week's show. Let's jump in the pool and talk swimming.
Yeah, the CHL championships are this weekend, so the
Yeah,
swimmers
crazy.
will be at Pal Crosley Y on Saturday. Warm-ups at noon, and the racing starting at 1:10, and then the divers will be here Friday night. We have two divers, but in the swimming part, we got Chelsea Noon, Julia Bull on the girls' side, having great seasons. Hopefully, they bring home some goal in that meet. Quinn Heiss on the boys' side. Quinn's having a great junior season as well. We look forward to seeing them go further in the as we get into sectionals and districts, and maybe the boys relay can make some noise. They're kind of on the edge there with that, so hopefully they can make some noise, and we can send a number of teams to districts in 2 weeks.
That's exciting. And think about it, tapering. It's tapering time. It's
Yeah,
time
yeah, it
for
is.
CHLs, then it's OHSA sectionals, districts, and state, and hopefully a bunch of teams head up to Canton and have a time of their life.
Yep.
Sounds good. Well, Coach, as always, I'm glad we could squeeze this in, and we'll touch base next Monday. And good luck to all your Warriors, and thanks for your time as always, Tommy.
Sounds good. Thanks for making room for us, everybody. We'll see you at a game this week. Thanks, Rob.
Thank you, sir.